Do you know there's growing pains in the ATM business? Stay to the end of the video and I'm going to give you top 5 ways to overcome some of those growing pains. Hi, this is Phil from PDQ Merchant Enterprises and the ATM Mastermind Group page, and I help hundreds of aspiring ATM business owners go from 0 ATMs to ATM Business Pro in as little as 30 days. Always remember, here at PDQ and the Mastermind Group page, we buy your freedom back one transaction at a time. Without further ado, the top 5 ways to overcome growing pains in the ATM business. Point number 1. QuickBooks. Invest in an accounting program that will help you with your accounting practices. Why is this important? One of the reasons why this is important is because if you decide to get lines of credit, or you're trying to remortgage a house, or you're trying to get extra money, the banks are going to want to see a P&L and a balance sheet. And one of the ways you can do this is through QuickBooks. You can give them a quick balance sheet, a quick P&L. It'll be real fast since you've been inputting all those transactions, and now your banker wants to see a P&L, and you'll be like, oh my goodness, how am I going to get a P&L? What's a balance sheet? How do I do this? If you set your business up with QuickBooks, now that you're making money, this will help you to facilitate those P&Ls, those balance sheets that bankers want to see. So invest in QuickBooks. Point number 2, grow the business slow. I always tell you, don't grow too fast, because sometimes you grow and you're putting out machines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 10 machines, and all of a sudden now you get this phenomenal opportunity. Maybe you get a fair or a festival, you're doing a mobile, and you know what, they need $40,000, $50,000 for a weekend. You're like, oh my goodness, how am I gonna handle it? So grow the business slow and steady. Don't take too many bad deals. Just grow slow and steady is always the best way. That way you got cash flow coming in, you got a little reserve, and now you're ready for that next great big deal. So if you're thinking about starting a profitable ATM business but didn't know where to start, stay to the end of the video and I will share with you our checklist on how to start the ATM business the right way, even if you have 0 experience in business. In this checklist, I'll share with you the 5 things you need to start a profitable ATM business so you can build a passive income source for your family. You'll have a clear roadmap towards ATM business success so you can earn between $250 and $1,500 of passive income every single month. All right, let's get back to the video. Point number 3. Now this is my tip of the day. Build your ATM business. When you start out, build your ATM business between 5 and 7 ATMs. Take a pause, evaluate your business. Now you want to look at what ATMs am I making money with? What ATMs are not cutting the mustard, as I would like to say. And then you know what? Now you're like, okay, I got 5 ATMs, 2 are dogs, they got to be replaced. So what you want to do is keep them there. Don't take them out of location. I call that warm storage. And then you know what? You're looking for that other location. Now, you talk to that store owner. The store owner says, oh, I want 50% of the surcharge. You're like, nope, that isn't my guy. So then you go on to the next guy. And you say, you know what? Let's see what we can do here. $3 surcharge. Maybe you're thinking about 50 cents or less. And now you're like, okay, I got a store owner. It looks profitable. They only want 50 cents. I think I can make it work. It's going to be good. Now you go back to the other store owner. You tell them you're letting them go. You pull that ATM out and you place it in a new store. And you know what? Hopefully you made a better deal, maybe a longer agreement, maybe a less surcharge, and then you're up in your game. Keep in mind that the ATM business is fluid. You're gonna, from time to time, locations are gonna drop off. They're not gonna be so profitable, and some locations are gonna shoot up to the roof. You gotta be ready for those ebbs and flows. Now we're coming in summertime. A lot of the ATM locations, they seem to generate more in the summer. For a lot of you guys who are in more summer areas, this is always a good time for the ATM business. Point number 4, you get a home run of a location. You stumbled upon it, you put some money in, and now it's going through $5,000, $6,000 a day. You're like, oh my goodness, how am I gonna handle this? What do I do? Well, one of the things you need to do is you gotta get your P&L, your balance sheet in line. That's why we talked about point number 1, QuickBooks. And you might have to go to a bank, and you might have to, if some people are looking for the extra money, sometimes if you have a house, you might want to take a line of credit on the house so you can facilitate those big spikes. Let's say if you have a mobile event, you need $40,000, $50,000 just for a weekend, a couple times a year. Now you have that line of credit. You can use your house to just get that line of credit. You take it out, you put the money in the ATM, and boom, you put it back, and you pay a little bit of interest for that weekend, and the rest of the time you're making all that money from the mobile events. Or you got a location, and maybe that location during 2-3 months of the year is a tremendous influx of cash. They're doing a lot of ATM transactions, but you only need it for a short amount of time. If you have a car and your car is paid off, you can always go to the bank, get a line of credit on the car. You can always get a HELOC on your house. Or what you might also want to do is you might well say, you know what, all my ATMs are paid for. Maybe I want to get a line of credit on the ATMs. You mortgage your ATM route just for that specific time, and you pay it back off. Then again, this opportunity comes around next summer, you do the same thing just to get that line of credit so you have a nice influx of cash during those times when you need that big $40,000, $50,000 of cash. You can leverage your ATM existing route against those transactions. Point number 5, now you can make better deals because you know what? You already have a good successful ATM route. You don't have to take bad deals. You're more confident. You don't have to take everything that comes around. And this is the time that you can go out, look for a deal, and make sure that it's a better deal. You know what? You can be more aggressive. You can be more aggressive on the length of the contract, and you can also be more aggressive on the amount of surcharge or commission you're going to pay. And you know what? Usually when you got more energy and you're very confident, that's when you can make the best amount of deals. So just almost like in dating, you always find somebody when you're not looking. It's the same thing in the ATM business. You can always stumble upon those good deals when you're not really looking, but I suggest you go out and look a little. So if you're interested in starting your own ATM business, I want to invite you to our free checklist entitled ATM Passive Income Checklist, where I'll share with you the top 5 things you need to start your profitable ATM business so you can start earning passive income, make more money, and spend more time with your family. So if you're interested, click the link below and start your ATM journey today. Remember, this is Phil from PDQ Merchant Enterprises and the ATM Mastermind Group page, where we buy your freedom back one transaction at a time. Thank you guys very much.